Hello everybody, welcome back to my channels, and today I'm gonna show you the new Hot Toys Marvel Future 5 video game character called the Punisher War Machine Armor. Now this is a 1/6 scale die-cast with a plastic part. I've seen this on only a few channels in the past before. Somehow I kind of missed that out. I don't know why, I'm glad that I actually got it at the end, and I actually paid for about £280 from the Toy Wonderland. That is including shippings and everything. So I thought it's reasonable price, but then I wasn't sure I should get this or not at the time. And last year I was looking at all the Iron Mans or War Machines, and I managed to purchase everything, and I'm a late collector, so I managed to get it all at the end and the way I want it. And then somehow I skipped this guy out. I don't know why, and looking back, and I thought, hang on, I have the War Machine Mark 1 in the Neon Tech, and also the Mark 2, which is the same as the Iron Patriot version 1. I got those one on the 30 DLX line anyway, so I'm not gonna bother getting it on a Hot Toys. So Hot Toys is a bit expensive, so I only go with the figures that I really like, so because they're also big and like stands out, so I like to keep them for a long time, not intend to sell. So yeah, and I got the Mark 4 and then Mark 6 and also Iron Patriot version 2. So the only thing that I'm missing is the War Machine Mark 2 and 3. 3 is the one that's hard to find on the internet everywhere. It's like wherever you go, it's so difficult to find. So yeah, so finally I thought about it, and then luckily this guy is actually based on Mark 3 War Machine. So I thought, wow, okay, I didn't know that before. So in that case, this is kind of like hit the two items within one stone basically. So yeah, I'm glad that I got it at the end. Anyway, so let's take a closer look on this. So this is the accessory that comes with it. So you got the typical blaster hand effects, and you also have the fist as usual, and you also have articulated hands, and that's always the same for every single Hot Toys Iron Man or War Machine figure. Of course, it comes with a dynamic stand as well, and also you got the head sculpt as well, which is like Frank Castle. You got a little bit scratches and stuff. Looks so realistic. The paint job, the skin tones, and everything looks so realistic. Even little hairs here. But I'm not gonna use this head sculpt anyway. I'm just gonna put it aside. I always like the War Machine only the way, the robotic style look all the time. Anyway, so let's take a closer look on this guy. And so it is quite heavy. That is the first impression that I have in my hand. So, and also very cold to touch. The whole legs is all made of die cast, not just the internal structure, also on the surface as well. So everything from top to bottom from the leg on both sides is actually die cast. And the top part is all plastic. Everything on the surface, all the top part is all plastic shoulder pad. There is a little cold to touch on the bicep area, so that's a little bit die cast there, but the rest is all basically plastic. Now obviously this guy has a lot of cool stuff, which is I like the fire effects, and they tweak it from the standard War Machine Mark 3 into this kind of style, which is I really like it. I like this double guns on the hand, and you also have the additional some kind of like guns on the fist as well. I don't know what they are. So this is the same as the Mark 4 actually. So it looks like some component here are reused from the mixture of the previous War Machine into this one. So you got a little bit of elements of the Mark 1, which is like a shoulder pad for example, and then this fist is from the Mark 4, and so is the legs, I think. And the legs is very similar to the actual Mark 4 as well, so they looks very similar, the way the structure and the way it looks, maybe tweak a little bit in terms of paint jobs and little details and so on and so forth, but basically the same thing, I think. And I like all this little score on the on the legs, and all the weathering effects, all the damage, paint job, and they are intentional, by the way. They are not a quality control problem, they are actual intentional paint job like that. So it looks so realistic, and all the grimes and all the dirty, everything looks so cool here. And what I don't like here is that you got head sculpt is the head skull face is on here on this pad. which is fine. You can take it out and you can see the internal component as well. Now what I don't like is the you got LED light here, and then they don't align with this this clear plastic piece here. If they are aligned, that would be so cool, and you can actually see the all the eyes lit up from the back. Now the thing is, when you put this thing, that plastic cover back, when you turn on the LED light, you cannot see at all, because this LED light is right in the middle where the this nose is, and a little bit area around here, so you cannot see at all. It's just pointless, and then you can't even tell whether the LED light is on and off. You have no idea unless you actually pull the cover off. That, oh, okay, I left it on, that kind of thing, which is kind of stupid. And so that is my only complaint I have for this guy. Apart from that, it looks all solid. I have absolutely no complaint here, and I like the little rocket pot here as well, which you can take this out, and then you can actually cover the lid here as well. And I really like this gathering machine gun. It's really big and chunky. It's massive. Look at that. And on top of that, all the fire effect is also so cool. And at the back, and you can see here, it's really nicely done as well. It's nice, a lot of detail. And this machine guns can also go up and down, and you can also bring it down, and you can articulate as well. And you can see there are a lot of little things that you can do here, but at the moment I just leave it like that. But there is a slight problem. The problem is if you put these fire effects at the top, it's kind of heavy, so the guns, they automatically drape. Look at that. I haven't even done much. It's automatically draped down. So if you slight touch, it's become like that. So it's kind of annoying, to be honest. I wish that they make it a little bit thicker, and you can actually move the gun up and down, you can twist and turn and things like that. I just wish that they make it a little bit more solid on this one. But anyway, apart from that, I'm not really complaining too much about it. So yeah, it's really nice detail, and obviously articulation is all the hot toys and all the figures are the same. You can move the bicep, you can show the pad can go around. You can actually twist the whole thing up because double joint, and you can bring it down, and you can go up. So there you go. And also, you can pull the chest up as well, and then you can twist and turn, and you can actually crouch, bend down, and all the stuff like that. The knee also really good. I'm not gonna do a lot of articulation here on my channel because I'm kind of scared to break anything, all these stuff, because they are kind of expensive, and they are also purchased with my own money. So this is not actually sponsored by companies and things like that. Anyway, so yeah, so articulation is no problem. It's absolutely fine with it. And there's LED light on the hand as well, and also on the eye. The eyes were lit up red color, but this one is so cool. You can see on its own, even if you switch off the light here, you can see that it's quite a red color stands out. Yeah, right, let me switch it off, and if I turn on the eye like that, so there we are. So this is what it looks like. It's really not bad. It's quite bright actually. So that is really cool. It's kind of scary and mean business. Right, so if I turn back with the other War Machine, if I try to compare with the Mark IV, so here we are. This is a Mark IV, and they're both equally heavy. Oh my god, I can't believe both of them are massive. I would say this is over 1.3 kilo, I would say, yeah. And you can see the hands are the same, right? So the fist is exactly the same component. Bicep looks a bit different because this bicep is different from this Mark IV. And the chest component is also very similar-ish. Yeah, and all the rocket pot are also showing up. This one is a bit thinner than this Mark IV. Apart from that, what's the difference? Oh, the guns also the same. Under the hands, all these guns are also exactly the same as the Mark IV. So it's hard to tell actually. It's all very similar, to be honest. And the legs also, wait, actually the leg is not the same actually. This Mark IV legs is a lot thicker than this guy. Also on the down here is also the same story. Yeah, so I think that the paint job and the way they design is slightly different. Other than that, they are very much alike. You know, I can't tell. So there we are. Anyway, so I'm very glad that I have this one in my collection. So if you still like it, I mean, if you like War Machine, and definitely go for this guy, and don't pass this one around like I did. It is really worth it. It's really cool, and especially now there's a Deadpool armorized machine coming out. So I like to pair these two together, and that'll be super awesome. So yeah, I can't wait, and looking forward to have received the Deadpool as well. And I'm not sure what people think about it, but I actually like these guys now. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next video. Cheers.